Welcome back to Universe. I'm Andrew, and today I'm opening the Pokemon trading card game Scarlet and Violet 151 Elite Trainer Box. So I don't buy a lot of Pokemon cards. Pokemon is actually what got me into trading card games and then eventually board games and role-playing games and stuff. A long time ago when I was in middle school, when it came out, I thought the idea of a game where you could choose which cards to put into your deck was super cool after years of playing with my family games like Uno, Rummy Cube, Skippo, and the like. And I still consider myself a Pokemon fan to this day. However, I'm not a fan of the trading card game anymore. I feel like the game mechanisms kind of were old and they never got updated. Instead, they got downgraded over time. At least that's my opinion. I know a lot of people like it, and that is awesome. So I don't buy a lot of Pokemon cards, but 151, of course, that huge nostalgia hit for somebody who's first Pokemon were the originals. I don't love every single one of the 151, and there are Pokemon outside of the original set that I like more. Espeon comes to mind. But this is actually the first time, as far as I know, that all 151 original Pokemon were in a single set. Even the first set, the first Pokemon were split out between the original base set, Fossil and Jungle. So this is pretty cool. In fact, I've never collected a full set of any TCG before, and I probably still won't, but this one at least makes me think about wanting to get a nice binder full of one of every card in the set. I'm sure I wouldn't go for like the fancy alternate versions, but just, you know, having a kind of Kanto Pokedex in TCG form, all from a single set sounds pretty cool. So 151 specifically is a set that does not have a booster box. It's not a traditional release. They do have booster bundles, which I think is the first time. It's an interesting little slip cover, kind of cool, that came off from there. So you can get booster bundles which have 6 packs and nothing else, which is kind of the probably, I guess, the most efficient way if you just want to get booster packs. But there's no just a booster display, normal booster box. So here we've got, the classic fossil-based Pokemon require evolving from a fossil. I think the original base set, they all evolved from the same fossil, so now they each have their own fossil to evolve from, which makes sense. I think mechanically that is better, but makes it a little more difficult if you were to put more than one fossil Pokemon in the same deck. So just looking through these illustrations, lots of interesting ideas and suggestions and tidbits written in here, I guess. I haven't read any of them yet, so I wonder if they, oh yeah, and then here's just the full card list. So this would be a nice looking binder, and they've even put them in Pokemon number order. So Pokedex entry number 1, Bulbasaur, and going on rather than arranging them by type or something like that. So that's pretty cool. This set does use Dark, so Dark type and Dragon type were not in the base set. Oh, and Fairy type. We got Fairy and Clefable over there being Fairy types. So just speaking as someone who had some of the base set and hasn't gotten a ton of cards since those first few releases. I got some of the Pokemon the movie, the Detective Pikachu set cards. So I thought that was kind of fun. And I do see all of the releases. I'm like aware of them as they come out, but I don't look at all the cards. And and I'm certainly not collecting most of them. Gotten a few packs here and there, but I gotta say, one of the things I hate the most are the EX or GX or whatever generation has. Oh, so box raised up by this little insert, which I guess I don't need this guy. Just makes it look bigger on the shelf, I guess. But interesting lid with Snorlax, really nice actually. Interesting shape though, non-standard shape. But yeah, I don't like the GXs. I don't like it when a basic Pokemon card is representing an evolved Pokemon. So, for example, a Charizard EX, that is a basic Pokemon. If you want Charizard in play, you need to evolve it from Charmander and Charmeleon. That's my opinion. That's how the game should work. And I'm sure that is an extension of, they kind of are trying to fix it. You should be able to play with Charizard without having to deal with drawing all 3 forms out of your deck. But I think there are better ways they could have solved that than just letting players skip what is the most fun and satisfying part of playing the game, in my opinion, which is evolving the Pokemon. So we got a burn condition status and a poison condition status. I assume that's what these are. These are nice plastic ones. It's kind of cool. Came in this little plastic holder. We got some damage counter dice along with just a die for rolling for various effects. These are numbered 10 through 60, so you can stack up some damage. And then we've got some 100s, 120, 110. So a nice damage counter dice. If you saw one of my other videos, I actually just bought some Pokemon damage counters in Thailand. So I don't know if I will be playing the Pokemon TCG, but I don't know if I'd be using these if I were, because I got those nice damage counter set. But we've got some dividers. I want to divide my Pokemon card somehow. Got a pack of energy. I believe these are just a stack of basics, but let's go ahead and take a look. So metal, fire, dark, grass, lightning. It's interesting because in the video games that type is called electric, but in the card game it's called lightning, as far as I know, last I checked. Anyway, psychic, fighting, and yeah, all mixed up in there. We got a code card. Maybe I'll redeem that at some point. And this promo Snorlax. I'm not going to be cute about it. Let's just crack it out of that pack. I'm not planning to resell it. I don't know if this... I doubt it's particularly valuable, considering it's in every Elite Trainer box. And I don't have to worry about what I'm going to protect it with, because we also get this pack of sleeves. So open those up and put Snorlax safe and snug inside. If I can get the sleeve open, it's actually a very interesting tight fit there. Not the card sizing or anything, just the sleeve itself doesn't want to open up. Feels nice. And yeah, there are a bunch of these like the full art style cards. Probably saw it when we were flipping through the book, but or you probably know more about this set than I do. But yeah, there are a bunch of those full illustration versions of some of these cards. And there's also these kind of silvery foil. I don't know what those are called. But yeah, these illustration variants of cards that appear in the set in normal styling anyway. So if I were to collect the whole set, I would probably get the normal version of each one so that they all match. And because there's not an art version of each of the cards in the set, only a few. So with that said, let's go ahead and see. Oh, this is a nice open, easy to open pack. We've got a Vulpix, Magnemite, Caterpie, Eevee. I had a focus problem, but I think we're okay now. So we got Eevee and Raticate and Erica's Invitation, Magneton, Charmander in a reverse holo, Gloom, also reverse holo, interesting. And a Vileplume. Got Gloom and Vileplume in the same pack. Then ability, fully blooming energy. And one of these cool kind of galactic foil, I don't know what they call it, but this neat effect on some of these basic energy cards. Really nice upgrade for those. Pack number 2 of 8. See if we get any exciting pulls. I guess the exciting pulls would be some of those special art cards or the textured foils. The Cubone, another Vulpix, another Magnemite, Caterpie, a Grabber, Kingler, Energy Sticker, reverse foil Golduck, and Seal, and a Machamp. Regular foil rare there, and a non-foil Psychic Energy. So my main thing would be, like, if I get a good chunk of the Pokemon, I mean, this is only 8 packs, but if I get a good chunk of the Pokemon, that would definitely tempt me into Weedle and Zubat, Goldeen and the Fossil. Tempt me into wanting to complete it. But if I hardly get anything, then, or get a lot of repeats, it would be less enticing. Nidoqueen, Victreebel, Big Air Balloon. I don't really care about these trainers. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in the trainers. I mean, you do what you gotta do. I can't really blame them. But just if they wanted like a full-on nostalgia hit, the trainers would all be either callbacks to the base set or Jungle and Fossil, or callbacks to the original Red and Blue video games. But something like Big Air Balloon that's completely not nostalgic at all. I'm not sure if it's kind of fulfilling a mechanical role in what cards they wanted available for players' decks. But for me, this doesn't do anything. We got a reverse foil Coughing, Ooh, Rapidash, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I also love Galarian Rapidash. Got that as a reverse holo and an Aerodactyl. Cool looking art. I like that Aerodactyl. And we got regular fighting energy. Pack number 3. Yeah, I know that there's like Erica's Invitation. I think they've got trainer cards for some of the original gym leaders, which is nice. But I don't know. I read a couple of them and they don't seem to be doing. I don't know. It's hard to explain my feelings about it, but I wasn't thrilled by the trainer cards either, I guess. Cloyster, Voltorb, and okay, so this is one of the special ones, I guess. I think there's 3 versions of Blastoise. I think this is the rarest one, so that's good for me. It doesn't match the set that I want to put together, but maybe I can trade it in or something like that to help me get some more cards. So we'll put that guy in a sleeve, and we got a regular fire energy. So let's bring out Snorlax and sleeve out the Blastoise if I can get the sleeve open. Very nice. If I get a Blastoise and a Charizard and a Venusaur in that style, I might keep them all, but that seems highly unlikely considering we've only got 5 packs to go. All right, a Weepinbell, Ghastly. I love the Ghastly line. Paris, Voltorb, Primeape, Fearow, Onyx, Thumpalanche, reverse Slowpoke, reverse Sandslash. I really like Sandslash too. Sandslash kind of faded away over time for me, but like if it were just down to the 151, Sandslash is definitely like top 10. And Mewtwo. Got the regular rare Mewtwo and a regular water energy. All right, well, we haven't doubled up on rares yet, I think, so that is certainly a good starting point for trying to put together a collection. The commons and uncommons are pretty easy. So as long as we don't get like a bunch of multiple Machamps or something like that. Goldeen, Weepinbell, Ghastly, Paris, Graveler, Protective Goggles, Arcanine, reverse Pidgeot, reverse Clefable, and a Kangaskhan. I think this is the standard version of Kangaskhan. So it is an EX, so it's probably rarer than some of the other cards, but it's not like a full art or one of these fancy versions either. So EX is good. Definitely need that to complete the set. And a nice cool lightning energy. It'd be nice to just have one of each energy lightning or electrify or star sparklyified. Very pretty looking energy. All right, 5 down, 3 to go. I will say one Pokemon I really would like to see out of these packs. I mean, I can just pick up the single later. I'm sure it won't be a pricey one, but I would love to get Kadabra. So my understanding is that Kadabra has not shown up in any Pokemon games for many years because of a weird legal dispute between a... Oh, I love Dragonair too. I wish Dragonair didn't evolve into Dragonite. I mean, Dragonite's a cool enough Pokemon, but Dragonair's just so pretty, and Dragonite is just so funny. But yeah, weird legal dispute with a magician whose stage name was Kadabra, and ended up having Kadabra just kind of disappear from Pokemon for a long time until I think that magician kind of loosened the stranglehold or gave up the lawsuit, and Pokemon has kind of spread their wings in terms of putting Kadabra back into things. So as a fan of Alakazam and Abra and Kadabra, I am very happy to see Kadabra return, and I would like to pull a copy. I mean, again, I could just buy a single, but it'd be more satisfying to just pull one. A little bit slightly more special if it came out of a booster pack I opened. I probably won't be buying more booster packs of this. Anything I'm missing, kind of assess it, and if I feel like I really do want to complete that set, I'll probably buy singles. If it is prohibitively expensive to do so, then I probably will not. But interesting. Oh, that's a... Look at that deep cut. It's very thick at the top and very narrow at the bottom. Is that all the cards, or am I just noticing it now, or is that more so in this Snorlax? But yeah, I wonder, I guess I would have to use this Snorlax because this one would match the other cards, and this Snorlax will be off to the side somewhere. Trade material. Sand Slash. I'll have to decide. I mean, getting 2 reverse foils per pack is nice, but again, if I want them to match, I have to decide, do I want reverse foils or not? Golbat and a Dodrio. And yeah, whether I do or don't, I mean, having 2 per pack means that's 16 cards I have to just give up on right out of the gate. I mean, some cards will have to be foil because I think all, like, for example, Machamp, we pulled him, just a random rare. Nobody cares too much, but I think all Machamps are foil at the very least, for example. So for at least some of the cards are going to have to be foil. Got Tentacool, Rattata, Squirtle. I don't think I got a Squirtle yet. That's nice. Lickitung. This is a new print run here. We got Squirtle, Tentacool, Rattata, Lickitung. Gloom, we saw already. Dugtrio, Clefable, Goldeen, Drowsy, Flareon. Nice. Oh, very nice. Of course, a lot of people's favorites are Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon. For me, definitely Vaporeon would have been nice. But getting at least 1 Flareon, that's nice. And finally, we got... Oh, that was it. That was other rare. And so we got a Dark Energy. So there we go. Only 2 cards worth sleeving. Probably the Snorlax might not even be worth sleeving, but I sleeved anyway. Blastoise, probably a pretty good pull. I think Charizard, a little bit more commanding. But that was my Elite Trainer box for Scarlet and Violet 151. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and bye.